So my next guest here today at SMTVYS Guadalajara is Victor Maduro. He's the president and CEO of a company called SMTVYS, which for those of us who are not Spanish, it really means SMT.
Sales and services.
Sales and service. There we go.
Ventas y servicios.
Yeah.
In Spanish.
Makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. So Victor, before we started the cameras rolling here, we were talking about the way that systems are changing here in Mexico.
Yes.
The government's looking to try and get people to work less hours and get paid more.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's a great goal, but I mean, so they're actively working towards a 4-day week here.
Yes, they do. That's one of the regulations they want to change for the next year. So
right, okay. So how does that translate then to the factory environment? I mean, because obviously factories have got to get a certain amount of product made every week.
Yeah.
And they've got to get the profit levels up. So how are they compensating for that?
They try to balance between the automation and the people, so they can have like economical, reasonable fact to keep this machine moving, the factory moving, and delivering the products to the customers.
Okay, so you're offsetting that with increasing automation on the factory floor. So that is automation of the process, like by using AGVs and cobots, that type of thing.
And the hot-front solution too as well. So we did saw an increase during this year on the hot-front solution as well on the cobots, because everybody's trying to automate processes.
Right. Well, I mean, so that's the out-front pick and place you're talking about, or are you talking about? Sometimes you see it in a lot of factories in the box build end of the factory. There's a lot of manual work there.
Right.
Have you got systems that are coming in that are going to be able to replace some of that?
Yeah, I mean, the hot-front solution cannot do all the job. So there's few components. They do have to be very strict on the way you can bring the materials into the machine.
Right.
Because if you bring in the bulk, then you will have more problems and solutions.
Yes.
But if you bring it in a tape and reel or a tray, it's going to be better for the machine.
Yeah. Okay. So it's going to be almost like a pick and place type cassette or trolley or whatever at the side of the thing, using a cobot to
I mean, the machine is very similar to the pick and place machine. Just the way it's slower than a pick and place, and the head is different. To handle these big components.
Yes, and it probably has to be quite configurable because you're doing different things or different tasks.
I mean, the head has had the option to have like grippers, nozzles, these kind of things to manage the different type of components.
Yeah. And another thing that people seem to be asking for a lot is faster automation of the teaching process.
Yes.
Programming and that type of thing.
Yeah, I mean some part of the automation comes with the benchtop machines for screw driving, for soldering, for dispensing, and this way the machine can be more repeatable and more faster than people sometimes, because sometimes the people are faster than the machines.
Yes.
Yeah. So as I told you before, it needs to make sense.
Yes, it needs to make sense, absolutely. But it's an interesting trend the way it's going. So, but I mean, you kind of wonder where's the end game here? If you're going to be increasing the automation, the people are going to be working less and less. Eventually the government's going to have to tax the robots.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, that's what is going to happen, and I think it's happening in Japan, as an example, in other countries.
Okay,
they're doing that because they're having no people operating machines and things like that. So they need to.
I could understand that. I mean, Japan was really in the lead in many ways on robots and robotics. I can imagine that they've replaced a lot of human.
So at the end, now in Mexico they try to tax the gains and more things so they can get more income. So at the end, it's going to be the same with the new technologies.
Yeah, great. Okay. Fascinating. So anything else new in your lineup this year that we need to know about?
Yeah, I mean, as well, part of the process of the automations, we do a lot of programming between the systems. It means we do have programmers that can take data from the machines. It doesn't matter the brand, and we can customize this into the customer's MES software. So they can have real data management too.
Yeah.
That's very important during those days too.
Absolutely. I mean, I think data is hugely important to help to optimize the systems. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, are you working with different MES or providers of that? I mean, there are quite a few different brands around, but
We're not doing MES software. We're doing the interface between machine and the communication with the MES.
right. But there's quite a few different offerings out there.
Yeah.
I mean, and some different software systems. I mean, some of the inspection guys, they have their own systems.
Yeah.
The pick and place people, they have their own systems.
We're the middlemen between the pick and place, the AOIs, and all these solutions, and the cloud
and the
with
cloud.
the information.
Right. So how are you pulling all that together?
I mean, we have to get the data, and we have to have a lot of communication with the customer, because each machine are generating real-time data. So we can get this data from the machine, then we can convert into the customer needs and erase what the customer doesn't need, get what the customer wants, and then load it into their system.
So you're doing customized solutions for people, or are you
Yes.
doing, or are you doing middleware? Is that what you're kind of doing for them?
Yeah, I mean, you can say it's like a customization, because as you mentioned, like pick and place, AOIs, SPI, screen printer, they do have their own software. They have their own way to deliver this information to the system.
Yeah.
But in sometimes they need to marry everything together.
Yeah.
So we're doing that.
Okay. Great. Well, it sounds like you're keeping busy. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
We need to move on because now it's a low season for equipment. So
Yes.
we need to.
Well, I think
find
it was
a way.
quiet at the beginning of the season, but I mean, it seems the signs seem to be that it's ticking up a bit.
Yes.
At the moment, so hopefully it'll get busier as the year goes on.
Yeah.
Okay. Great to see you again, Victor.
Great to see you.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.